Hi everyone, my name is Wxnnie, and today I want to showcase some of my favorite demos from Steam's NextFest. I hope you'll enjoy. Follow alongside Meredith Wise as she travels back to her hometown of Providence Oaks, Oregon for 2 weeks while filling in as a temporary postal worker for her father. Meet faces both old and new to Providence Oaks and watch Meredith reconnect with her hometown and those she left behind for the big city and this story-rich adventure. Lake is visually stunning and left me speechless. I found myself several times stopping to admire the game's gorgeous backdrops. Delivering mail to the quirky residents of Providence Oaks was an experience. From the cunning and charming young mechanic Lori to the film-savvy video store clerk Angie, there are a handful of lively characters to meet during your stay. One of my favorite things about Lake is the attention to details, as each store, character, and area is reminiscent of the late 1980s. It's so fun to find the hidden pop culture gems in this game in its parody forms, like these movies in Angie's store. Whether you're looking for a game about connecting with people, exploring the beautiful hidden gem of Providence Oaks, or wanting to just drive around town delivering mail, you'll find yourself enthralled and eagerly looking forward to the next day in Lake. Unpacking is a neat little game about taking possessions out of their boxes and placing them neatly in a new room. As a game with no social interactions or details about the characters inside its world, the player is left filling in the blanks about the character's life through their boxed items. As I went through these boxes, I was constantly pondering the type of person this room belongs to. I was pleasantly surprised to find myself recognizing some of the familiar items that follow, even to new locations. The stunning pixel art paired with a soft nostalgic tune is a magical recipe for transporting the player to a time capsule and longing heavily for a simpler time. Despite its basic premise, Unpacking's comfy gameplay is a unique and wonderful measure of storytelling that will vary from player to player. You'll likely be left with a heartwarming feeling, and perhaps you'll even question which items in your own home you've carried with you for numerous unpackings too. Terra Nil is a compelling reverse city builder with a bit of a learning curve. Once you understand how to utilize the tools given to you in-game, you're rewarded with restoring biodiversity to a barren wasteland. Watching the landscape transform from the lifeless brown emptiness to a thriving ecosystem full of wildlife is a remarkable feat. As you progress through the game, you'll gain access to resources to purify soil, restore streams of water, crystallize water into rocks, and create fires to use its ash for restoring evergreen forests. Eventually, you can unlock buildings and tools to recycle all of the constructions used to keep the environment crystal clean. Terra Nil gives me a similar vibe and addictive gameplay as games such as Cloud Gardens, Islanders, and Dwarf Romantic. These games focus on turning vast emptiness into something beautiful and full of life, and for those reasons, I think they will rightfully occupy spaces in your mind after a playthrough. Toem is equal parts whimsical and wholesome. You play as an adorable character in a black and white world, going on a journey to see the magical Toem. On your journey, you meet a cast of quirky characters with a laundry list of puzzles, quests, and even minigames. I found the list of quests to be quite overwhelming at first, but I was relieved to see that simply exploring the environment would complete quite a few of them. Quests range from finding someone's wet sock to playing hide-and-seek with a group of kids vibing in the forest. The world building of Toem is so captivating that the player is motivated to snap photos of every character, creature, and building. This makes filling in the photo index easy and natural as you move through the world. You progress through the story by collecting stamps from completing quests. Once you have the number of requested stamps, you can get a free bus ride to carry on to another town full of mysteries to explore. I had such an incredible time playing this game, and I can't help but laugh at how silly and ridiculous our character looks by the end of the demo. It's such a cute and wholesome time, and I'm looking forward to playing the full release. Also, did I mention you can pet the dog and cow? Cris Tales doesn't shy away from wowing the audience with its stunning art style, charming soundtrack, and vivid 2D characters. In Cris Tales, you play as Crispell, a time mage who has the power to simultaneously see the past, present, and future all at once. With the power to peer into the future, the player is faced with gut-wrenching choices that can drastically alter the future. If you're like me, you'll spend a good chunk of your playthrough messing around with the time mechanic. All the characters have a story to tell, and you can't help but feel immersed and attached to each one, eagerly looking into both their past and future. Inspired by timeless classics like Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, Valkyrie Profile, and modern JRPGs like Persona 5 and Bravely Default, Cris Tales is nothing short of a promising addition to the genre. Turn-based combat fans are in for a treat in Cris Tales, as the time mechanic is available to use during battles too. Having trouble with your enemy in the present? Throw a debuff on them and yeet them into the future. Cris Tales kept me on the edge of my seat the entire time, and I felt myself growing fonder of Crispell, Mattias the Frog, and the world of Crystallis with each passing moment. It's a must-buy for me, and I absolutely can't wait to continue my adventures when the full game releases on July 20th, 2021. Lost Nova is fantastical, fun, and silly wrapped in a neat little package. You play as Mia, an energetic and hearty young character whose ship crash lands onto an alien planet. With a curiosity waiting to be fulfilled and a trusty laser gun in hand, you're tasked with exploring the new planet and meeting a set of interesting characters along the way. Your priority is to fix your ship, but sticking around to meet the locals and find hidden treasures is too tempting to pass up. The characters are just as silly, if not even more so, than our main protagonist. There's plenty of areas to explore and side quests to do. You can harvest resources to craft upgrades, like faster running boots or stronger laser, and eventually battery packs. You can even grow resources and send a cast of anthropomorphic apples on an expedition to gather resources for you based in real time. The soundtrack is one of my favorite things about Lost Nova. Each area has a new track, and the ones heard so far in the demo have me humming to the beat even long after finishing. If you're looking for something casual, cute, and soft to indulge in, I highly recommend checking out Lost Nova. No Longer Home follows the story of Bo and Ao, two friends who are exploring themes of growing up, gender identity, and the complexities of coexisting with others in shared spaces. The short prequel, Friary Road, does a fantastic job of setting up the stage, no pun intended, for our two friends as we share a moment with them, one late night after a barbecue and everyone has gone home. They exchange their stories and journey, navigating the painful thoughts and feelings of not meeting our parents' expectations and the fear of not truly being seen as who we are. The dialogue doesn't stray away from difficult topics, but the content warnings for the game are best to be yielded for folks sensitive to themes of depression, dissociation, mentions of dysphoria, and mild suicide ideation. Despite its heavy topics, the game's art style combined with the lives of Bo and Ao provoke feelings of familiarity and comfort, as the topics explored and Bo's inner monologue are relatable. No Longer Home is a walking simulator with plenty of interactions to investigate and intriguing conversations to explore, including two cats with robust personalities. You can change your perspective in-game by rotating the camera, revealing various objects that were concealed previously. I love that the game looks like a diorama of a staged play and consistently boggled my mind as the spaces around Bo consistently moved and shifted as they entered new spaces, both real and mind. Some self-care is definitely advised for post-game.